Charlie Kirk was a man, a father, an American citizen, a husband, and he lost his life at 31 years old for the things that he believed. I've seen Charlie Kirk speak. I've watched some of his videos. I really like his presentation. I really like the way that he is fiercely defends his ideas. I despise the things that he was saying. Some of the things that Charlie Kirk said, it made me want to do something. It made me angry. It made me want to do something. And so I did the best thing that I could. I changed the channel. I scrolled. I went past his ideas because I didn't agree with his ideas. But simultaneously, I looked at America and I understood Charlie Kirk because Charlie Kirk is a son of America. Now I know that tens of millions of people agree with Charlie Kirk. And I know there are tens of millions of people who disagree with Charlie Kirk. There are tens of millions of people who don't like the things that that man was saying about you. You didn't like it. You didn't like the way that he described minorities, black people, gay people, trans people. You didn't like it. But he had an idea, and you don't like the way he talked about you. But my question is, how do you talk about you? My question is, how do I talk about me? I didn't like the way that Charlie Kirk was talking about people that look like me. And so I said, you know what? I need to tell my own story the way that I want to tell my story. Hell yeah. This is America. And you have the ability to defend your ideas to the best of your ability. That man was willing to live and or whether he knew it or not, die for the things that he believed. Lots of times I heard Charlie Kirk say that he believed in the Second Amendment. Hell yeah, the right to protect yourself, the right to bear arms. That man went to war with his voice, political speech, in a public forum. And whether he knew it or not, the things that he said made people want to do something. And I don't know if it's coincidence. That was yesterday, was September the 10th. Today is September 11th. It's 24 years later from September the 1st, September 11th, 2001. It's 24 years later. And I don't know if this is intentional to get the people worked up, to get the people angry. I'm not sure. This is a stone at the American people. I remember George Floyd. I don't know anything about George Floyd. He was a man who lost his life. He was a son. He was a son of America. And when that man lost his life, I saw America get torn apart because the police officer was white and George Floyd was back and I can't breathe and all these things. Where's my mama? Yeah, America. We have to have a conversation. Yeah, we got to have a conversation, America. This is a come to Jesus moment. What are we going to do? We fought the longest war in American history because we lost 3,000 people. We had a summer of violence because George Floyd lost his life and because it was hot and because the government told us to stay inside. And when we came outside, we let everybody know we're outside. I made a video about the National Guard and the National Guard going to Chicago, being in DC. Chicago has about 600 terminations a year. 600 or 700 people died due to gun violence in Chicago every year. Chicago has 7 million people. The National Guard does not need to be in Chicago. The police department needs to do their jobs in Chicago. The American people need to do their job in Chicago. Charlie Kirk lost his life. It's a convergence of ideas. It's multiple things happening at the exact same time. How and why? Tens of millions of people see that Charlie Kirk died, and when they see him die for what he believes, their mind says immediately, I believe the exact same thing. Jesus, family, America, stop the violence. And if you don't look like me, nigga, I don't know you. You're not part of my tribe. And if you're doing anything that I disagree with, please do better. Please do better. It's fair to critique your nation. It's fair to critique other people. God damn it, can you critique yourself? Huh? I look at me. Everything that's happening in America right now is my fault. It's my fault. I am 40 years old. And I did not, at any point in time, hold my government accountable and say, no, you can't do that. No, you can't treat people this way. No, you can't fight a war for 20 years while people in your nation are hungry. No. Crime is a part of a civilized society. This is a fact. You will have people get terminated. You will have bad things happen to people as long as there are people in the world. The only way we get to a difficult spot, the only way we get to political violence, the only way we get to actual violence is when you don't have the words or the ideology to defend yourself against someone else's ideas. He said something I don't like. I should do something. Hell yeah. Have a better message. Change your behavior. Change your society. Change your community. And if you don't like what he's saying, you don't have to listen. But because I don't like what he's saying, it doesn't give me the right to shut his mouth. It doesn't give nobody the right to shut my mouth. And I understand. I completely understand. I'm not in a public space, but everything that I say in front of this camera, I will say in front of any person. I don't mind. I'm willing to sacrifice my life for the things that I believe. That's not hyperbole. After September 11th, 2001, I signed my name on the dotted line as a 17-year-old boy that said I'm willing to sacrifice my life for this nation. Are you willing to sacrifice your life for this nation? Are you willing to sacrifice your life for the things that you believe? Do you believe in anything? Because a lot of things that Charlie Kirk believes, the core values of them, family, freedom, babies, Jesus, America, I believe in the exact same things. It's just the way that I exhibit those behaviors, it might look different. But I don't fundamentally disagree. I'm not begging the government to come and protect me. I'm not. I'm a man. I will protect what is mine. But I have to be able to define what's mine. Is that my wife? Are those my kids? Is that my house? Yeah. Then you can't take it from me. And now a lot of people, you don't have no house. You don't have no car. You don't have no wife. You don't have no kids. What are you fighting for? An idea? Charlie Kirk had a wife and he had children. He had a home. He had things to fight for, willing to sacrifice his life for. Put material possessions as well as an ideology, America. The question is, are you ready for a civil war? I mean, I guess I'm going from here to there. George Floyd to the January 6th. I'm looking at America over the last 6 years, and it's been brewing. Civil conflict. He's white. He's black. He smoked crack. He hates blacks. Oh my gosh. This is America. Millions of thoughts. Everybody has a damn phone in their pocket, sharing their thoughts. And so since I saw him say this, then I think that I should say this, not realizing that everything you say is participating in the momentum leading up to civil disagreement, civil war. Are you ready? They say, man, you should never go to war unless you got your money right. Do you got your money right? Do you have artillery? Can you defend yourself? Because if you're asking for warriors to come to your community, what do you think warriors do? Huh? It's happening. It's really happening. The young woman who lost her life on the train, it's really happening because the perpetrator was a black man. Do you understand what I'm referencing? A young woman from Ukraine lost her life on a train. She was fleeing from war. And in a civilized society, you can lose your life, but the perpetrator was a black man. And so now white America is like, get that black man. And black people are like, but wait, he was poor. He had mental illness. All these things. The mother is a murderer. He was a murderer. Say it. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. Charlie Kirk said things that made people angry. And for those things, he lost his life. Everything is true in America. I can say what I believe and I might die for what I believe. Welcome to America. Welcome to America. If that offends you, then America offends you. You might offend yourself. You know why you offend yourself? Because you don't have no ideas that you're willing to die for. You just have feelings. You're just emotional. I'll respond because it hurt my feelings. I'm not going to look in the mirror. I'm not going to do the work. I'm not going to improve myself. I'm going to cheer when Charlie Kirk loses his life. Huh? I'm going to protest when George Floyd loses his life. Huh? But I'm not going to improve the material conditions of my life. That's a fascinating contradiction, a conundrum for black folks in America to be in. Why am I talking to black people? Because there's 44 million of you. 44 million of you. In a country of 330 million people, there's 200 million white people. 200 million white people. And if you're a Mexican in America, your birth certificate says white, Caucasian. You're one of them. You're not one of me. This ain't no black-brown coalition. If you're Mexican in America, you're a Caucasian by documentation. Don't play with me. Where's that put me at? 44 million versus 200 million people. Look, man, I'm not here to play Civil War. I'm not here to play none of that. I'm here to fight for freedom. I'm here to fight for freedom. And how do you negotiate freedom? You tell the truth. You tell the truth. George Floyd shouldn't have died. Charlie Kirk shouldn't have died. The Ukraine girl on the train girl shouldn't have died. And whoever that perpetrator is not indicative of all of the sons of America. America, this place, there's thousands of murderers in this place. Hell yeah. Some free, some not free. Thousands, millions of criminals in America. Some violent criminals, some non-violent criminals. This is America. Crime is a cost of freedom. It is a byproduct of freedom. When you give a person the choice, would you like to do this or this, the motherfucker can always choose this. And you might not like that. And you don't terminate that person because you don't like that. Charlie Kirk lost his life. He's 31 years old. George Floyd lost his life. The girl from Ukraine lost her life on a train. In America, do you want to go to war for these people? September 11, 2001, we lost 3,000 people. For that, we fought the longest war in American history. And millions of people were affected by our behavior to become emotionally connected to political action, to get your attention. Do we have your attention now, America? It might be you, America. You might be next, America. Instead of thinking about how we advance the idea of freedom and how we can mitigate the human loss as we negotiate for freedom, we just want to get mad and destroy freedom. Because when my feelings get hurt and my ideas get crushed, somebody's got to die. But if that's what you believe, look in the mirror and ask yourself, should it be me or my father or my son or my mother? Should these people lose their lives for what they believe or for what I believe? Or should we be able to have a conversation and negotiate ideas in a civilized world and accept the fact that somebody might push back against my ideas? Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. Rest in peace, George Floyd. Rest in peace to the girl on the train from Ukraine. God damn it, America, if you want peace, you better fight for it. And if you want peace in America, Americans, you better be willing to die for it.